Hello boys and girls, we're back together again and it's Tuesday and it's so wonderful having you here. You in your house and me in my house. Right, shall we sing our preschool song together? Let's go. Oh, our preschool is a happy place to be. Yee-haw! Yes, our preschool is great fun for you and me. Yee-haw! We are laughing, we are sharing, we are learning, we are caring at Gulf Harbour. Preschool is fun to be. Yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, yippee, yay. Yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, yippee, yay. Yee-haw! Singing I, yippee, 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 yay. Yee-haw! Oh, well done. Clever boys and girls. Now, who can tell me the letter that we're talking about this week? We've only had one day to learn this letter. Can you remember? It's an I. And look at this gorgeous little insect, and he's very, very itchy. An itchy insect. Usually it's little insects that make us itchy, but this little fella, he looks a bit annoyed that he's got a big itch himself. Shall we sing about him? Itchy insects, itchy insects, itchy insects, is the song that I make. Oh, well done. And it's really interesting that there's an I for itchy and there's an I for insects, but it's not an alliteration, because this special I, that little special I, a line with a dot, it is what we call a vowel. And a vowel is A-E-I-O-U, 5 letters, and perhaps another one as well, but we won't go into that. A-E-I-O-U is a vowel, and little I, he's a vowel. So if you have lots of I's or lots of words that start with an I, it's called an assonance. Now that's a big word. So alliteration are all the other letters, but if there's a little I, like itchy insects, that's called an assonance. That's a big word, isn't it? It's a lovely word though. Right, we'll pop that down. Now boys and girls, Steve the Builder has put a special plan onto our website for a spacecraft. Can you remember, or did you see it yesterday in the video? I'll give you a clue. What's this? It's a space shuttle. And remember, a space shuttle was very, very important because it didn't need all the fuel to take off into space that the rockets from the early days did. So we might do some counting of space shuttles, shall we? That would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, get your hand ready. Remember, as they come in, the part that's underneath this part here is covered in tiles. Probably what you've got in your bathroom floor. And that stops the astronauts inside from getting very, 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 very hot. So let's count them. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little space shuttles, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little space shuttles, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little space shuttles, flying down to Earth. Did your space shuttle fly down to Earth? I don't think there were 9 or 10 or little space shuttles, but I know there were quite a few, and they had a very, very special job to do, because this part used to open up and they were able to go up high and let satellites be put into the sky. Very, very special, very special. Now it's time to do some clever counting again, but going from number 10 98764 down to number 1. Can you do it? I know you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Ride a rocket ship in space. You can ride around the place. Ride a rocket ship in space. When you see how far you've flown, what will you do? You will fly back home. Get ready to count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! And did you blast off up to the sky? Well done. Good on you. Now, yesterday we talked about our magnificent sun, the sun that keeps us beautiful and warm, the sun that gives us daytime. It's very, very important, our beautiful sun. And we talked about the gases that are on the sun and they're exploding. The hydrogen is going boom, and that's what causes the beautiful heat. And in the summertime it's very, very hot because we're closer, and in the winter it's still warm but we're further away. So boys and girls, the sun is very important. And we talked about a little balloon. Remember our little balloon, and how some balloons are filled inside with helium or hydrogen, and that makes the little balloons float up high. Well, that's the hydrogen and that's the helium that's on our big gigantic sun, and it's the hydrogen that's going psh. And we learned a special song about the sun, and it's a really lovely song, and it's a very old song that your grandmas and great-grandmothers probably sung. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. And that, boys and girls, is got the sunshine in it, but it's telling us that we can all be like the sun. We can be smiley and warm, and remember our special jar with all the kind things that we're doing. Be kind, my little darlings. That's wonderful, and I can't wait to see and hear about all the wonderful things that you've done to help your mummy or help your daddy, or even if you've got a brother and sister, being kind to them. Now, boys and girls, we have learnt another song, and in this song it talks about the sun, but it talks about our little earth. Here's our earth, and there's the big gigantic sun with all its explosions, and our earth is traveling around it. And it's very important because our sun is in the middle, and our moon our moon and our earth are going around it. And remember, this song reminds us about those special interesting facts. The earth turns around, the earth turns around, once a day, every day, the earth turns around. And what's going around our earth? Up high? The moon. The moon goes round the earth, the moon goes round the earth, once a month, every month, the moon goes round the earth. And what we're learning about today, the earth goes round the sun. Now, can you remember? Very, very tricky question. How long does it take our little earth to go right around the gigantic, exploding, hot, hot sun. A whole year from one birthday to the next birthday. And we talked about some girls turning 5 yesterday, our lovely, lovely big 5-year-old school people. Well, when they turn 6, the earth will have gone right around that sun. Shall we sing that bit? The earth goes round the sun, the earth goes round the sun, once a year, every year, the earth goes round the sun. Now, boys and girls, in our wonderful sky at night, we can see lots, hundreds and hundreds of twinkling stars. And they are just like our sun, but they're not as hot and they're not as bright because they are far, far away. Our sun is nice and close so it can keep us warm, but those twinkle stars are just like our sun, and they've got exploding gases that are causing that beautiful light. So we'll sing our Twinkle Little Star song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. In the dark blue sky you keep, while you through my curtains peep, and you never shut your eyes till the sun is in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Now, shall we get into a little rocket and shall we zoom up high and have a closer look at those stars? Right, now you've got to get yourself ready. Remember, you're a little rocket, and don't forget your nose. Don't forget your fins. Let's go. I'm a little rocket, tall and thin. Here is my nose, here is my fin. When I get all fired up, see me soon, off the launch pad to the moon. Well, that was a little bit of a jump, but I think you can even do a much higher jump. So stand up tall and get ready. I'm a little astronaut, I'm going up high. Here is my spacesuit, I'm ready to fly. When I get all fired up, see me soon, off the launch pad to the moon. Oh, that was a much better jump. Well done. Well, boys and girls, until I see you tomorrow, catch a big kiss and be kind. Fill up that kindness jar.